Welcome back to DBL. It's time for Fifth Host when we talk about what you're talking about. San Francisco has come up with new language for criminals to offset the stigma that comes with crime. Local officials say by rebranding terms like addict to a person with a history of substance abuse and by changing convicted felon to justice-involved person, the public will change how it views people who end up in the system. And a juvenile delinquent will now be referred to as a young person involved in the justice system. So DBL Nation, will rebranding criminal justice terms make a difference, or does that just make the whole system more complicated? Take it away, Al.
Sam, let's do this. Leanne from Facebook says, these labels do stick with people for life, and we should be more sensitive because people do change. I like that. We should encourage that. Leanne, I got an idea. I want to see if you guys think. How about once you've served your time, they just put the word smooth in front of criminal.
That's awesome.
Right? And then say you're like, I've been a smooth criminal for 4 years.
I'm vindicated. That's good. I like it.
All right.
I like it, Al.
You're smooth.
Yep.
Oh, man. Carol from Facebook says, it's not what they are called that matters. It's what they did and continue to do that does. I actually disagree with you, Carol, because, and I'll tell you something really silly, but it makes sense. The Chilean sea bass is a fish everyone loves. It used to be called the Antarctic toothfish, and no one used to eat it. They rebranded it, and now it's like this fancy schmancy fish. It does matter. Words matter. Names matter. People can't get jobs. They can't get homes. I just don't think this was the right rebranding. I don't think a justice-involved person is like the right name. It's too long.
Yeah.
I love a good sea bass.
Don't you?
I love it. It's my favorite fish. Dan from Facebook says a justice-involved person could mean any number of things. Use language that actually communicates the facts, but without hostility. Former offender would seem like a sensible term.
Offender, that's good.
Here's the thing, Dan. I feel like we're so backwards in society right now. Like, people are like, oh, don't worry, he's just a former criminal. They're okay with that. But if you're a liberal or a Democrat, people hate your guts. I don't understand where we are in society. If someone committed armed robbery, I want to know that I'm hiring someone who committed armed robbery. If you smoked a couple joints, you got busted for weed, that's a different thing. You got to communicate to your boss.
Yeah.
I don't care how you communicate. If you want to sweeten up what they did in terms of words, go ahead. But it doesn't change what they did.
Interesting. Yeah, I think we tend to glob all criminals in one category when you hear convicted felons. So it's important to somehow differentiate that.
I agree.
And I don't know how we can. Maybe
even by the sections, like Class A and E is different than like
most people are
non-offensive.
But you still,
I'm not.
You still did a crime, so you still have to explain yourself.
But we've all done crimes. We just haven't been caught. We've all.
I wouldn't agree to that.
You've never sped. You've never drank under the age.
I'm not talking about that. It's not a felony.
I'm
talking about committing a real crime.
Well,
people need to know that. If you're a convicted child molester, if you rob somebody with a gun.
Yeah, but also people that have drank under the influence underage have been thrown in a juvie. People with an ounce of marijuana, and there's a lot of them, are in jail right now.
I just said that you communicate to your boss. But there are criminals out there, and they're labeled that because they're dangerous.
Yeah, those ones absolutely should be labeled, but I just don't want to see the ones with the ounce of marijuana.
You're talking about differentiating.
Yes. And that's what they're
talking about. Both you guys are making a good point, because Jeff, if you're an employer and you hire somebody that has a history and you don't inform the employees, hey, this person has two
and then
armed
something
robberies,
happens,
it's a thing. So
it's definitely
it's your responsibility. That's interesting.